This is the day that God is handling his business. And either we're going to come clean, or these are the last days of your life on his planet. Now, the beginning of this world, it starts in the book of Genesis. It says around 4004 BC, with the production or the making of Adam. So you have the Adamites. And the Adamites are those human beings of a particular kind that are vastly different from the pre-Adamites. The pre-Adamites are called the aboriginal people of our planet. And aboriginal means that they existed from the beginning, from the earliest times. They are the first, they are the indigenous, natural to the earth. So Adam is a new people on our planet that are not natural to the planet. They were made by the will and permission of God to bring into existence a contrary world, not built on the truth that the universe is constructed on, but a world given over to falsehood. This is the time given to the white race to rule. White people are not the natural people of our planet. They are not Native Americans. The aboriginal members of the family called Indians are the native. They are not natural Africans. Come on. They are not natural Asians. They're not natural to North America, South America, the Caribbean. Not even natural to Europe. But they were given authority and power to rule the aboriginal people under falsehood, which would produce sleep and death in the original members of the planet until the end of their time and the coming of God. Adam was a rebel. God spoke to him and gave him commands, and he rebelled. Come on, Reverend. So the Bible says, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death came by sin, so that all men have sinned and all have tasted of death. If you and I are under the rule of such people, and we have accepted their way of life as the norm for our actions, then we are considered a sleeping people or a dead people, that when the trumpet is blown at the end of their time of rule, the dead will arise. It's not talking about the cemetery. The whole earth has been a cemetery for the black, brown, red, and yellow, while the Caucasian has ruled all, and all have fallen asleep in the dust of the earth. "6 days is what was given to the Caucasian to rule our planet, and we, the indigenous, aboriginal people of our planet. And this 6,000 years was divided into 3 periods of time, characterized by a prevailing condition or specific experience. So the first 2,000 years from Adam to Moses was marked by the characteristic of the Caucasian falling into savagery, living in the hills and cave sides of Europe, losing the knowledge of himself, not knowing how to cook food or bury their dead. They were in bad shape until Moses was sent to them. So the Bible says, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be lifted up. This is a hidden history of the Caucasian people, but you can go to the museum over here and you will see something of their history in the caves and hillsides of Europe. They remained in a savage state until Musa taught them. They were on their all fours. I want to say to the Caucasian people who may be listening to this around the world, this is not mockery. The black man needs to know your history. The black man needs to know how God raised you up so that you could continue your rule. To fulfill your purpose. And what was the purpose of the Caucasian people? What was your purpose? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, the time, 6,000 years, ruled by the white race, has been the worst of our known history. A time of complete troublemaking, war, bloodshed, and the death of both the righteous and the wicked as never before. So it was already decided before they came into existence that a time would come when their world would be removed. And they, with it, if they did not submit to the God who would come in the last days to end their world, but he, being the most merciful of those who have mercy, would offer them a chance if they submitted.